Electronic Arts, more like electronic farts, because this company keeps dropping stinker after stinker. Dragon Age: The Veilguard had 1.5 million players in its first couple months, while EA expected 3 million. The CEO, Andrew Wilson, attributed this underperformance to the fact that players prioritize shared world features and deeper engagement, essentially saying that if only the game had more live service elements, then maybe it would have hit our goal. Let me say that again. The CEO of a video game publisher thinks that players would have engaged more if it was a live service game. How absolutely brain dead and out of touch can you possibly be? At this point in the gaming industry, you'd have a better return on investment if you just burned the hundreds of millions of dollars that have been spent trying to create a successful live service game. Off the top of my head, I can think of like 5 successful live service games. That's Fortnite, GTA Online, Warframe, Destiny, World of Warcraft. And what these massive companies seem to not understand is that Fortnite players aren't going to leave Fortnite for your lesser version. GTA Online players aren't going to leave their already established and comfortable game to try out the likes of Suicide Squad or Anthem. Live service is pretty much never the way to go now, unless there's some gap in the market, which there really isn't. And even if there is, any game that EA publishes will never meet their expectations because they're simply set too high due to the ridiculous budgets for these games. To put all of this in perspective, let's look at Kingdom Come Deliverance. The first game had a reported budget including marketing of about 31 million US dollars. As of November 2024, it sold around 8 million copies for an estimated gross revenue of just over $151 million. That's a great return on investment, especially considering the $30 price tag. But it took the game over a year to hit 2 million copies sold, which is fine because it only cost $31 million to develop. The sales needed to break even in profit are so much lower that a slower burn is fine. Compare these figures to Dragon Age: The Veilguard, which has an estimated budget of over $200 million, and duh, of course EA isn't happy with 1.5 million players. At a $70 price tag with no refunds, they need right around that 3 million copies sold to just barely squeak out like $200,000 of profit. The $200 million budget hasn't been substantiated by anyone official, so take it with a grain of salt, but it's in line with other EA titles like Jedi Survivor. The point of this video is to highlight that EA and, frankly, most of these other AAA publishers just don't get it. Live service is not this end-all, be-all money printing thing. It's a gamble, one that has more often led to studio closures, mass layoffs, and disappointed expectations than any kind of success. Meanwhile, we have games like Space Marine 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Hogwarts Legacy, and Elden Ring that satisfy the players because they're actually high-quality experiences with love and passion poured into them, and also satisfy investors because they make a lot of money. Hogwarts Legacy sold like 30 million copies. Elden Ring broke records for how much money it made and how many copies it sold. It's a feedback loop. You make a good game, you market it well, people will buy, and you'll have more money to make more good games. Rinse and repeat. But single-player games are dead, right, EA?